quarterbacks besides Mikey. They've never taken a D1 snap before. What did you think about them in the scrimmage?
Well, just kind of the order that they went in for the scrimmage, I thought Jaden Mandel did a really nice job. Outside of one drop, he went 10 of 11, and that one incompletion was a drop. So, he threw the ball really well, played with good command of things. So it was encouraging with that. Josh showed that that he can be electric when he's in there too, just as far as an athlete. So I thought both of them played well, and it was encouraging to see because, I mean, you don't really miss, a lot as far as just kind of from an overall offensive standpoint when they're in. We don't have to change. And honestly, it's kind of cool to see their growth. So it was encouraging to see both those guys.
What does the winner of the backup quarterback job have to do to win that job?
Well, they got to be the next best at moving the offense and scoring points. That's the biggest challenge. And so I think when you look at the overall body of work, it's really going to be evaluating who moves the offense the best and most effectively. Now, they both kind of have their strengths too, where you don't really change. They both also have some strengths too. So ultimately, it's kind of interesting because I wouldn't even say it's necessarily a winner of the backup job because they both bring different things to the table too. So in that event, I could realistically see both playing.
Cam Beecham scored your lone touchdown. Where does he fit into this offense?
Cam's growth from 2022 to 23 and then 23 to 24 has been really cool to see. I would like to think that he's going to factor in big. He does a great job as far as route detail. That's probably the thing that's been the most encouraging is he really is he's probably one of the best tight ends. He probably is the best tight end I've been around as far as understanding route detail. And so ultimately kind of where he fits in the pass game, I think that, he shows up quite a bit, whether it's in the red zone because he's a bigger target or just kind of in the open field. He's got a really good feel in the pass game.
I've heard a lot about Mikey's leadership throughout this fall camp, how it's kind of elevated to another level. What are some examples that you've seen of that, either in practice or in the film room?
Well, I think it just starts with the accountability piece. A year ago, he was still competing for the starting job. Now, people look at him as QB1, and so he, just from an overall voice and command standpoint, just from an accountability and holding guys accountable, he's always been an encourager, so it's kind of, he's got a little bit of the balance now of both sides of the leadership spectrum as far as being able to kind of push and challenge guys, but also be a positive encourager as well.
I know it's an entirely different Big Ten school, Purdue versus Michigan, but does having that experience at a Big Ten environment like that have any type of, impact for Mikey going against Michigan?
Even at Central Florida, between Central Florida and last year, he's played a ton of football, and so I think that while yes, it's Michigan, at the end of the day for us, it's just another game. We got 12 of them that we're trying to win, and so I think that his overall experience level factors in well for him in that sense.
I have one more question, just about Mikey overall. What are some things that he's doing in camp that's really standing out to you that maybe he didn't do last year?
There's just certain areas of the game that one, just trying to empower him to kind of take over and take ownership on, and he's seen certain things probably better than he did a year ago. I think he would probably agree with that. And also just kind of empowering him all the time. We talk all the time. We're trying to be Kobe Bryant, not John Stockton. So, we're trying to empower him to feel like that. So I think that that's probably the big thing I would say is just making sure, just kind of being calculated, kind of default aggressive, but calculated aggressive.
Can you explain that a little more? Kobe Bryant, not John Stockton?
We're trying to score 81, not trying to get 14 assists.